Hello, everybody. This is Gary. Today is Saturday, October 19th, 2019. It is 12:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States in Rochester, New York. Um, Normally, I would do a coping with schizophrenia vlog entry, but I'm not going to talk about schizophrenia today. I wanted to talk about YouTube censorship as well as Facebook and Twitter. Those are the three biggest social media companies out there. All three are high tech companies. Um, and they've been censoring people a lot lately. And the reason that bothers me is if they censor bigger channels that can try to fight the censorship and get their videos back on YouTube after YouTube deletes them, um, that's much more difficult for somebody like me to do. If I got censored, I don't have a lot of followers and I don't have a lot of subscribers and I don't have a lot of views on my video. So if somebody decided to censor me because I said something they politically disagree with, even if it's not extremist, to the left or to the right, I could be censored and not have any ability to appeal it. Um, Recently, Red Ice TV, also Red Ice Radio, have been censored from YouTube. They started a new YouTube channel called Red Ice Media, and they were talking about on yesterday in one of their live streams about how long this channel might last because the original Red Ice TV channel was deleted by YouTube. They accuse Red Ice of being white supremacist, anti-Semitic, homophobic, racist, uh, misogynistic, um, and a whole bunch of other things. But the censorship bothers me, and I can't completely leave YouTube because it is a big company and it offers the best chance for my videos to be seen. But I've also made videos at bitchute.com, bitchute.com. I use Twitter, but again, they may censor me sometime, and that's why I switched over to gab.com, gab.com, and also minds.com, minds.com. I use these platforms as an alternative to YouTube, at least in part. So when I make a video like this one on YouTube, I'll also transfer it to BitChute, Gab, and Minds.com. So if you ever notice that I get censored, I have already moved a lot of my material to other websites that don't censor the way YouTube does. YouTube has been known to censor far right groups or even just middle of the road conservatives. If somebody disagrees with a political opinion, they label them a racist or a Nazi when there's no such thing and they get censored. Um, the other thing that bothers me about censorship is that it doesn't address the violence caused by the far left on the political spectrum, including Antifa, which claims they're anti fascist, but they are openly Marxist. They carry Soviet Union flags around with a hammer and sickle. They're open Marxists, they're open communists, they're not just anti fascist, and they want to establish a society that's run by communism the way China is today and the way the Soviet Union used to be. Um, and they don't even pretend to try to hide that fact anymore that they're communist. Whenever they're causing violence in the streets or causing riots, they carry the Soviet flag around of communism. So they're not even shy about admitting that they're Marxist and communist. Um, and personally, I hate Nazis, but I also hate Marxists and communists just as much. Being an anti fascist when you're a communist doesn't mean you get a free pass because you're just as dangerous as the Nazis that you claim that you're fighting. But Antifa seems to be getting away with violence in several cities whenever they cause riots or cause property damage or assault other people by punching them or hitting them with heavy objects like metal bike locks and a sock. The police just stand by and watch them do it. They don't do anything to stop it. They'll go out of their way to stop right wingers from gathering and expressing themselves, whether they're violent or not. But they just sit on the sidelines and watch Antifa terrorize other people, which I don't understand. Why would any police force ignore violence. Why aren't they doing their job? It doesn't make any sense. So that's another reason. And censorship bothers me because it doesn't cover the violence that Antifa causes. It never makes the mainstream news that Antifa is causing violence. You only hear the truth from social media. There are certain places that I get my news from, and I don't even get my news anymore from CNN, the New York Times, MSNBC. Those are all propaganda mills for the left. Many people often say Fox News is just a propaganda mill for the right. That may be true, but they're not censoring people. That's coming from the far left. They're labeling everybody homophobic, anti Semitic, racist. And two groups behind the censorship is the Southern Poverty Law Center and the Anti Defamation League, both of which have become extremist and will list anybody they disagree with as a hate monger, a homophobe, an Islamophobe, a racist, a xenophobe, when they're not. So I avoid giving any money to the ADL, the Anti Defamation League, or the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center. They no longer are fighting hate, they're just fighting anyone that disagrees with the far left. So I ask you not to give money to the Anti Defamation League and don't give any money to the Southern Poverty Law Center. This censorship is really scary and frightening for a lot of different reasons. Um, so I just thought I'd make a video about it, and I have not much else to say. Unless there's somebody out there who follows a YouTuber who gets censored for their political opinions, there's not necessarily a whole lot you can do about that. Um, but in the case of Red Ice TV and Red Ice Media, I give money to Red Ice through their main website because their only outlet is not just YouTube. They have other ways of watching their materials. Um, so I donate money to them. That's the least I could do to stand up against censorship is with your wallet. And if you have a person or a group that's been censored on YouTube, you might want to give financial support to the people who got banned from YouTube or Twitter or Facebook. That's all I have to say right now. Subscribe, like, share, comment.